On Wednesday, July 31st, this is BTV's Where is the Face Change? I'm Michael in New York, greeting everyone. Let's first look at the key data headlines from the past 24 hours in the crypto world. In the past 2 days, due to the negative impact of token transfers by Mt. Gox and the US government, there has been a significant decline. As of noon today, Bitcoin has fallen below the $66,000 mark, with the price dropping to around $65,800, a 1.3% decrease in 24 hours. Ethereum has dropped 1.2% above $3,277. Let's take a look at the fiat currency held by the US government as of January 1st this year. I am holding 215,994 Bitcoins, and as of July 30th, the number of Chibi has decreased to 197,236, a reduction of 18,758 over 7 months. Didn't the US government transfer more than 20,000 Bitcoins in the past 2 days? This number doesn't seem to match, right? That's because 10,000 of those Bitcoins were verified to be transferred to a custodial address, not sold. So what really deserves attention next is, according to Mt. Gox's official plan, the next large compensation will be completed within 2 months for key clients. The officials might not want to schedule the compensation too close together. Considering the current price trend of Bitcoin, the compensation for other clients might be completed by mid to late August. It is also possible that Bitcoin will experience another wave of volatility around mid to late August. From the data on Bitcoin's profitable addresses over the past week, we can see that after a price rebound, the number of profitable addresses undoubtedly showed a significant increase. This indicates that some short-term Bitcoin users were buying around the $60,000 mark. However, after Bitcoin's price rose to $66,000, the number of profitable addresses began to stabilize and slightly decrease even before Bitcoin's price dropped. This suggests that short-term users are buying high and selling low. There is clearly a lack of sufficient confidence in the subsequent market, which may also be affected by the recent selling pressure from Mt. Gox, potentially amplifying the impact. In the future market, everyone continues to take profits, but I want to tell you that every time the price of Bitcoin drops, it is the best time for everyone to enter the market. Alright, let's take a look at the altcoin index, which has been flat for 3 months. Recently, the altcoin index has remained flat, with only a slight rebound after Bitcoin surpassed $66,000. After that, it has mostly hovered around the lowest point of 6.67. It is evident that the altcoin market is unlikely to have an independent trend in the short term. In the past 2 days, Bitcoin's market dominance has reached over 55%, and altcoins will continue to be overshadowed by Bitcoin. Therefore, altcoins will likely have to endure a prolonged period of stagnation. After Bitcoin rose above $64,000, its risk signals moved out of the danger zone, so altcoins will likely have to endure a prolonged period of stagnation. In the short-term market, $64,000 is a very important support level, while the area around $66,000 is a key sentiment battleground. Please like and turn on the little bell. We will help you sort out the news in the crypto world that is closest to your wallet. Some of the craziest things, as everyone knows, are happening now. In the regulation of crypto assets, the United States is a weather vane, and the attitude of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, determines the success and direction of the crypto world. So, over the past year, the SEC has spent a lot of time writing about how many types of currencies are actually securities. With over 4 billion words, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has argued that tokens like Solana, Cardano, and Matic are all crypto securities assets. In the past, in the recent lawsuit against Binance by the International Criminal Court, ICC, they no longer claimed that Solana, Cardano, Matic, and other tokens are securities. This change in attitude can be said to be very rapid. Let's take a look at what exactly happened. The ICC's attitude has made a 180-degree turn.
In June 2023, the US SEC, it claimed that at least 68 tokens were securities, affecting more than $100 billion worth of cryptocurrencies on the market. Later, in the lawsuit against Binance, the SEC stated that BNB, BUSD, SOL, and other tokens were securities, and the article analyzed the ICO process of each project, the ownership of tokens, the allocation of the core team, and the promotion of profit generation by owning these tokens. Recently, the SEC has amended its lawsuit against Binance, withdrawing its request for a court ruling to classify various tokens as securities. The SEC wrote in the filing that it seeks to amend the definition of third-party crypto asset securities in its complaint opposing Binance's motion to dismiss. This move also eliminates the need for the court to rule on the allegations against these tokens for now.
Binance and its founder, CEO, CZ, which he's known for. There are technically right now 13 charges, but they really just boil down to 3 points. The first point is that they're claiming that the Binance is functioning as a securities market or unlawfully functioning as a securities market. The second charge, according to them, is offering unregistered crypto assets. And then the third point is misleading investors, making investors believe that it is a adequately protected database.
All right. If the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, believes that other tokens are not securities, then the charge against Changpeng Zhao for selling unregistered illegal securities would not stand. Could Changpeng Zhao's 4-month sentence be correspondingly shortened? Hopefully, Changpeng Zhao's sacrifice is worth it. The current change in the SEC's attitude actually also means that the United States government's view on cryptocurrencies is quietly changing, which is related to the current presidential election in the United States. This is not unrelated. Everyone saw Trump's speech at the Bitcoin conference, which can be said to have garnered countless votes, right? Every statement and every promise was powerful. So, what can the Democratic Party do? As everyone knows, on July 27th, Democratic Party members of the United States House of Representatives signed a letter calling for a forward-looking attitude towards blockchain and digital assets. In response to this letter, presidential candidate Harris contacted his advisors and cryptocurrency companies, clearly expressing the desire to repair the relationship between the Democratic Party and the cryptocurrency industry. In the end, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC's attitude towards cryptocurrencies and whether other tokens are considered securities is still very flexible. Its stance and views can change with the political winds. In our membership service for newbie friends who have just entered the market, we recommend a potential cryptocurrency every working day from Monday to Friday. We will tell you where to buy, where to sell, where to set stop-loss points, and which exchange you can buy it from. If you strictly follow the strategy of our wealth code, there is a high probability that you will make money in a bull market. For example, last month in May, our performance was quite good. We recommended a total of 22 cryptocurrencies and 21 of them achieved a positive return with an accuracy rate of 95.45%. Now, let's review our performance for June.
In June, Bilian Hazai recommended a total of small currencies to its members, 20. Among them, 18 currencies achieved a positive rate of return of +, with an accuracy rate of 95.45%. 6 Moon 12, recommended by the day ENS, the highest rate of return reached 81.05%. In addition, Pepi and Turbo, Lifeform, 3 currencies work together to break through 30% Dagwon, respectively contribute 40.61%, 36.92%, 76.221%. The outstanding performance of other small currencies also performed well, generally achieving 5% to 17% of steady growth.
We must emphasize again that all wealth codes are spot trading, and you must not use our wealth codes to play with leverage and contracts, as this is a guaranteed path to loss. So, what is the important purpose of the wealth code? You use a small portion of your assets, possibly 5% or 10% of your total investment in crypto assets, to practice buy low, sell high. What is the purpose of short-term trading? It is to help you find your own market sense and establish your own direct experience with the cryptocurrency market. However, short-term trading is definitely very risky. We cannot guarantee that every investment will yield a positive return, so you must participate with money you can afford to lose. This way, you won't feel pressured. Alright, welcome back. This is Bitcoin TV Chinese channel, and I'm Michael. On Tuesday, the spot ETF was launched, and the biggest issue it faces is the selling pressure that might come after Grayscale's Ethereum Futures ETF converts to a spot ETF. As you can see, previously, Grayscale's Bitcoin spot ETF dropped by over $2 billion in the first 5 trading days. So, if Grayscale continues to sell off and lose assets, will it dampen everyone's enthusiasm for investing in the Ethereum ETF? So now that it has been launched for a while, how are things going? Will Grayscale exert too much selling pressure? Let's take a look at the market situation.
Grayscale Bitcoin Trust GBTC yesterday's sharp drop 11%, which caused market panic. Even Bloomberg analyst James Seifert came out to explain that it was because GBTC spin off 10%. As explained in the following figure, if the original GBTC 10 yuan per share, Mr. A bought 10 shares, the total investment amount is 100. After the split, he will hold $500,000. 9 Meta GBTC and per share, 1 Bitcoin of RMB, the total investment amount is still $100 regardless of the rise and fall of Bitcoin prices. You do not need to do anything. The new Bitcoin shares will be deposited into your trust account within a few days.
What about Grayscale? It's time for some action. Do you know the total assets of Grayscale's GBTC now? It's $16 billion, down from its peak by how much? $18.9 billion has run off. Of course, a lot of this capital is because their Bitcoin and Ethereum holdings have very low costs. So after converting to spot, it's normal for investors to take profits. This is a very common investment strategy and phenomenon. Naturally, some of the funds will flow into products from other competitors like Fidelity and BlackRock. Why? Because the trading fee is quite low, around 0.25%. What is the yield? 1.5%. So after Grayscale's mini Grayscale retires, its fee has been reduced to 0.15%, which is lower than its competitors. Do you think the reduction in Grayscale's fees will help reduce its selling pressure? Feel free to discuss with us in the comments section. Let's take a look at the stablecoin market. As you know, USDT has started establishing a company in the United States. Why? To prepare for the future stablecoin regulatory bills that might be introduced in the US. By being a US company, they are aligning themselves with the US, hoping for some leniency. On the other hand, Circle has set up its headquarters in Paris, and now Circle is collaborating with the French banking regulator ACPR to obtain the EU EMI. What does the digital marketing license represent? It means that Circle can operate freely in the EU. Not only can it issue its own USDC, but it can also issue the Euro stablecoin EURC, all legally. So for European digital currency traders, when you buy, Circle France will provide full reserve funds for payment and redemption. Additionally, if EU crypto traders are buying USDC, Circle will also ensure 100% redemption through a globally significant bank. So this move by Circle aims to push USDT out of Europe.
There is news that Circle's some shares have been traded on the secondary market, but these transactions are limited to specific circumstances and are handled on a case-by-case basis. The main participants in these transactions are early investors and those seeking liquidity. Circle employees, stablecoins, USDC publisher, Circle Internet Financial. When seeking a public listing, the valuation in the secondary market is 50, 100 million, 52.5, according to CoinGecko. According to data from the Institute of International Business and Economics, the current market value of stablecoins is approximately $1,617 billion, of which Tether-issued USDT market value is $1,128 billion, accounting for nearly 70%, and Circle of USDC. The current market value is slowly recovering to $325 billion, accounting for about 20%.
We're seeing more mainstream adoption of USDC to solve a variety of use cases. Okay? So no surprise here, 70% of the USDC is held outside the United States. And why is that the case? Because to hold dollars outside the United States is an extremely difficult value proposition. You either have to go get cash, or you have to be lucky to live in a country that allows you to have a dollar account. And most internet-connected consumers in the world.
Although USDC was briefly affected by the depegging during the Silicon Valley Bank crisis in 2023, there was a time when Circle's issuance volume of USDC caught up with that of USDT. However, now that the era of heavy regulation has arrived, with regions imposing stricter regulations on stablecoins, a legally regulated USDC is likely to gain more trust and use cases in the market. On the other hand, Tether's USDT, in this situation, it becomes increasingly awkward and risky. This is because its operational model and audit reports have always been questioned. Previously, Chain News had reviewed multiple financial reports of USDT and found inconsistencies in the indicators, with suspicions of misleading information. Therefore, the future stablecoin market is expected to be a red ocean, a highly competitive market. Whether decentralization will be more favored or full redemption and regulatory alignment will be safer is a matter of market choice. Alright, finally, let's look at today's OK Express. Yesterday, I came across a very inspiring and motivational quote, and I wanted to share it with everyone. It asks, what kind of experiences can lead to a complete transformation? It's about grinding yourself down to powder and then molding a new self from it. All the wisdom in the world is useless if you don't come to understand it yourself. In fact, the price of maturity might be losing your original self. Only 1% of life's awakenings come from others' hints, while 99% come from the countless trials and tribulations of life. So, many times our motivational quotes seem so weak and powerless in the face of reality. However, this pain is something we must endure, much like training muscles. Each tear is painful, but without this pain, we wouldn't grow stronger each time. You have to understand that transformation is really painful. Without rigorous challenges, we can't reach the summit and quietly enjoy the view. You can like this post now. We hope you can join the membership, which includes all the member benefits. We aim to lead everyone to gradually become wealthy in this bull market, increasing our Bitcoin. More asset, adding zeros to the end. See you tomorrow.